Let me ask you something honestly. If 2026 turns out to be the year where everything you've been building becomes more visible, more scrutinized, and more consequential, are you actually ready for that level of pressure? Because if you've got horse anywhere in your BaZi chart, year, month, day, hour, or you're walking through a horse luck pillar, this isn't a background year for you. It's personal. In Singapore and Malaysia, business already moves quickly. Competition is tight. Margins can be thinner than people admit. Talent is expensive. Attention spans are short. Now layer fire horse energy on top of that. This isn't chaos, it's amplification. Whatever is already in motion accelerates. Whatever is unclear becomes exposed. Whatever is weak becomes obvious faster than you'd like. So the real issue isn't whether 2026 will be intense. It will be. The issue is whether your internal structure can hold the intensity without you destabilizing. Let's start with visibility. If horse sits in your year pillar, your public positioning sharpens. Clients watch more closely, industry peers observe more quietly, even competitors pay attention to small moves. Have you noticed that when markets tighten, leaders get judged more harshly? In a horse year, your decisions carry weight faster. A small pivot feels bigger. A small mistake travels further. A small win can suddenly open a bigger door. So ask yourself, are you reacting to attention or are you grounded in direction? Because this year doesn't reward noise. It rewards steadiness under observation. You don't need to speak more. You need to mean what you say. Now let's move to the month pillar because this is where founders will feel the heat most directly. The month governs your career engine, your revenue model, your operational rhythm. In a firehorse year, the pace compresses. Deals move faster, staff issues escalate quicker, decision cycles shorten. And here's the pattern I've seen too many times. When pressure rises, founders step in more. They start sitting in meetings they used to delegate. They begin approving things personally again. Before long, they're saying, never mind, I'll just handle it. It feels responsible in the moment. But let me ask you something uncomfortable. If your business still depends on your daily reaction to stay functional, are you actually scaling or are you just working harder inside a faster environment? Horse energy can make you feel powerful, decisive, energized. You feel like you can carry more. But this is exactly where overextension creeps in. In 2026, taking on more feels natural. It even feels justified. But can your structure absorb that expansion? Have you built systems that allow momentum to compound? Or are you relying on adrenaline and personal drive? Because adrenaline doesn't scale. Now let's talk about something founders rarely admit openly. If horse is in your day pillar, relationships reflect your pace back to you. When your mind runs hot and your schedule tightens, your tolerance narrows. You respond faster. You expect responsiveness. You become less patient with delay. Have you noticed yourself becoming slightly more direct lately, slightly less tolerant of inefficiency? That's not personality change, that's environmental pressure. And at home, this matters. If your partner or family doesn't operate at your speed, misalignment can feel like obstruction. But it isn't obstruction, it's difference in rhythm. So ask yourself, are you communicating your pace clearly or expecting everyone to adjust without explanation? In a firehorse year, internal stability becomes strategic. And let's talk health properly. Fire on fire depletes fast. Sleep can become lighter, stress accumulates quietly, recovery feels optional until it isn't. Are you calling exhaustion drive? Are you ignoring signals because the year feels important? Power without regulation becomes volatility, and volatility is expensive. Now let's zoom out to the hour pillar. This governs long-term direction, legacy, investments, what you're really building beyond this quarter's revenue. In 2026, bigger questions surface earlier. You may find yourself asking whether your current expansion is aligned with your 5-year direction, whether this partnership actually fits your values, whether this new market is strategic or just exciting. Here's the reflection. If everything speeds up around you, do you actually know where you're heading? Or are you enjoying the sensation of being central to movement? Because there's a difference between leading momentum and being swept up by it. And this is where horse founders need maturity. The fire horse year amplifies what already exists. If you've built discipline, it strengthens your authority. If you've been operating on personality and speed alone, the cracks widen. This isn't a punishment year. It's a revealing year. The strongest horse founder in 2026 isn't the loudest. It isn't the one announcing the most expansions. It's the one who can pause when everyone expects immediate reaction. Can you sit in silence without feeling like you're losing ground? Can you say no to something impressive because it doesn't align long term? Can you slow internal pace even when the market feels fast? Because that's the real test. This year can inflate ego if you're not careful. More visibility, more responsibility, more people looking to you for decisions. It feels good. But ego under amplification becomes instability. So the real question becomes this: are you expanding from clarity or expanding from energy? Are you building something that compounds quietly or something that burns bright and burns out? Are you structuring for sustainability or sprinting because the year feels powerful? 2026 doesn't require you to shrink. It also doesn't require you to prove anything. It requires regulation. Stabilize before you accelerate. Tighten processes before chasing new markets. Protect your recovery time like it's strategic capital. Choose direction over drama. If this year already feels intense, you're not imagining it. You're not meant to hide in a horse year. You're meant to lead. But leadership here isn't about speed. It's about controlled strength under visibility. And if you can regulate that power instead of reacting to it, this doesn't overwhelm you. It elevates you. That's how horse moves through a horse year properly.